Hi, and welcome back to my channel, as well as to the Tanares RPG Kickstarter series, where I am unboxing all of the published items received from the Kickstarter thus far. In this video, I will be unboxing the Legendary and Hero Pack boxes as they relate to one another, and can be used with the core Tanares Arena the Contest board game and the Tanares Adventures expansion. As I said in the series introduction video, I have never played this game. This is literally my first delivery of anything specific to the Tanares system. You are also about to see the unboxing of this expansion from my perspective, so there are going to be details I won't know about the expansion until I've actually had time to sit down and play them. Once I've gathered a few friends together for a couple of games, I'll feel more confident about looking into providing a how-to-play series with respect to these particular items here, as long as the series itself receives about 5,000 likes or more that I'm aiming for. Additionally, you will find links to the Dragori's website as well as the various Kickstarters in the description below if you're curious about what you will find there. So let's take a look at the boxes. The Legendary box contains a large number of miniatures, which includes things like walls, doors, and levers, as well as a large number of different creature miniatures as well. However, you will find that these may or may not exist in your box. If you look at the back of the box here, you will see that this area and this area are grayed out. This indicates that these miniatures might not be included in the box as you've received it. They are going to be potentially in separate boxes. The Hero Pack, which is this box here, represents this set of miniatures. And there is a Villains Pack, which represents these ones here, which I'm going to be doing in a separate video. And if you look at the back of the Hero box, you will see that it contains the same miniatures that you find here. So we've got all of these here, not necessarily in the same order, but they are all there. So we'll take a look at that once we get to the unboxing phase. And I don't believe I'm getting duplicates. I'm pretty certain these are not included in the box, based on the research that I have done thus far. All of the miniatures already contained in the Legendary box, as well as those contained in the Hero Pack 2 box, are all miniatures that could have been obtained from earlier Kickstarters, if that was an option you had chosen at the time. It's not clear if it was also available in its entirety during the second Kickstarter, but some of the miniatures do appear to have been included in that campaign. So it's entirely possible you could have gotten some of these miniatures during that campaign. With respect to the RPG campaign, this box, as well as the Hero Pack, were made available for purchase after the campaign as an optional extra for the all-in backers. And I believe it was also available for a few of the other selections. So I'm going to open up the Legendary box first, and I'm just going to set the Hero Pack aside for the time being. So let's go ahead and pop this open. Now, this has a little bit less friction with respect to getting into it than the Arena the Contest box did. That had a lot of suction, but this one looked like it opened up fairly easily. Ah, yes. All right, so it indicates that the Hero box is including the rest of the miniatures with respect to that. So I'm not getting duplicates. I'm actually getting a unique set of characters in a separate pack that can be included within this. This looks like a bit of artwork as well as an instruction book. So this is for the Hydra creature. Probably a little campaign or scenario for that creature. There are some boss cards with respect to this. So these are the boss pads and character sheets potentially. And here we are. Here are the figurines. So we've got the Hydra down here, positioned very much similar in the same way that you would find the Green Dragon in the Arena box. It looks like they might have used the same kind of storage with just a slightly modified version to hold the Hydra itself. A number of these slots are empty. There's only one figurine on this box here. So I'm going to set this aside. It is not taped down in any way, shape, or form that I can see. And this looks like this is where we're going to start seeing the actual figurines themselves that are already included in this particular box. And once again, these ones are taped down, so it's possible the upper one just didn't have it, or maybe it was never included in the shipping. I don't know. Just bear with me here. I'm just trying to get these off so that they don't impede me a little bit later on. And in this case, there's one on all four sides. So that's interesting. Oh my. That is a lot of items. And it looks like they took a little bit of a knock during transportation. This door ended up over here somehow, which is kind of interesting. Let's try to flip that around. So we got a large number of walls here. They're actually fairly hefty with respect to their weight. We have a small pack of cards here, another small pack of cards there, a couple of larger doors here, some smaller walls, so it looks like there's a handful of those. Maybe it's just the two. Yeah, it's just the two. So the bulk of it appears to be these larger wall sections. So these ones look to be a little longer than those. Yeah, so these are your larger walls. These are your mid-size walls. Then you've got even some secondary mid-size walls and then a couple of small ones. So it's actually kind of cool, in addition to a couple of small doors. There is a little sealed bit of tape here holding this box for these figurines down. Bit of a pain to get up. And it's attached itself to the figurines, so I'm just going to move that out of the way. So those are the two levers, and it looks like we have the two primary bosses introduced as part of this particular Kickstarter. All right, let's get that back in there in that particular place. So that's actually kind of cool. I like how it's organized, and I love the fact that they are looking at being able to provide storage for the other figurines. But let's take a look at this one first. So it doesn't exactly seat down, maybe because of the way that the door is there. I'll have to take a look at that later. So we get a large number of creatures and possibly heroes. These might be all villains in some way, shape, or form. Not sure on that. There's quite a few of them here. So there's 4 of that, there's 4 of this, 4 of these, 4 of those. So there's a large number of items here. This looks like he's only the unique one now. I think I saw this as a creature in one of the expansion kits for one of the earlier Kickstarters, but I'm not sure. A lot of detail on this particular creature as well. It's actually kind of cool. And these could be the heroes, or at least a handful, maybe some villains. These ones don't have numbers from the looks of it on the bottom. I don't know if that's just a lack of printing. What about the boss mobs? Just pull that out. I'm gonna do this. I suspect that's how those are actually supposed to go in there. Nope, these ones unfortunately don't appear to have numbers on the bottom of the plastic pads there. Nope. Now, this guy seems to have a bit of an issue there. So be cognizant of that. If you want this to remain flat, you have to make sure that the packaging sits over top of that. Now, this one, is, I suspect, where you'll be able to fit the heroes and villain figurines, or miniatures. It's actually kind of cool. So, I'm not sure which will go where, so it's going to take a little bit of finagling, if you will, to try to line up the position of these figurines with respect to where they actually go in here. And there are 16 in here, but there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22 slots. So that leads me to believe that it will take all of the miniatures from here, plus those from the villains kit, much like they have said. There is nothing else in this particular box, which leads me to believe that the cards associated with these are included in this box. I'll have to confirm that at a later point in time. But it's actually kind of cool. These ones are different colored. I think you will find that heroes and villains might be slightly different, whereas normal creatures are usually the gray with respect to their coloring, but I'm not necessarily certain on that. Just seems to be a pattern I've noticed, although it wouldn't explain these two. A lot of detail with respect to these figurines. They're going to be tricky to paint. No numbers on those either from the looks of things, but they do have the logos on them. So that's the Legendary box. This is the Hero Pack 2, and we will have a look at the Villains package later on in another video, which is actually kind of cool itself. And again, this has a slightly different embossing. It has the Arena of the Contest packaging here. This is a game tray. So it's actually kind of cool, and it just clips into place. And then these things can just simply sit on top. They might also fit in a couple of the other boxes as well. But thank you for watching this video. I will move on to the next video, and I look forward to seeing you in that one.